best part about Mr. ONU was the behind the scenes. You don't actually get to see this when it's all up there on stage and it's polished and it's beautiful. But beforehand, about a week and a half, guys, 2 weeks maybe, you're spending hours upstairs in a cramped room learning difficult choreography until your feet get blisters and you're sweating and the fellowship, hanging out with, 7 other goofy guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you weren't self-conscious about your dancing beforehand, which I was, you definitely are afterwards when you go in there and there are all the mirrors and you can see, wow, I am not only as bad as I thought I was at dancing, I'm worse.
Right.
So if they don't laugh at the funny jokes I came up with because they aren't funny, they'll at least laugh at me making a fool of myself.
Or cry.
That too. Tough one. I'm gonna say best in shorts because I waxed my legs.
Definitely have to say best in shorts.
Best in shorts, hands down.
The best in shorts.
I burst into tears and I cried like a little girl. And so I went on stage and they gave me a nice tool belt to just caught all the streams of water.
Well, immediately when I heard my name called, my whole body just was paralyzed, and except my eyes. So I could look around and see that people were clapping and yelling, "Speech! Speech! Speech!" So I took the microphone and
One of my friends actually changed my signature on my Oliva email account to Mr. ONU, and I sent several emails to professors, staff members, signing it Mr. ONU without even realizing it.
One comment I got, I don't know if it would be categorized as like an uplifting comment, but after I won, someone came up to me, total stranger, "You're not funny." And
Wow.
that, I was like, I know.
wow.
Actually, at my workplace, my boss decided that she would get me a name tag that said Mr. ONU 2011.
Good for you.
I don't understand.
That's nice.
Well, traditionally, Mr. ONU is held on a Saturday night, which means that after the excitement, I got up Sunday morning and I went to church. And during the fellowship time, one of those old saints of the church asked me, I think his voice was more, "Hey, how are you? God bless you this morning." I said, "I'm doing well. Last night I won the title of Mr. ONU." He said, "Well, back in my day, Mr. ONU actually meant something." And I just thought, man, what an encourager. He just lifted me up like that. Well, the monetary gift was nice.
There wasn't one.
I enjoyed the cape with leopard print.
I had a sword, but then they took it back, so...
I got a tool belt with a TV remote, beef jerky, and soda, so WRL's understanding of men apparently is sitting in front of a TV and eating junk food.
It's better than the cape.
Pretty much my understanding of men, too.
Yeah.
Actually, when I won, I called to tell my mom that I had won the competition, and she asked me, "Do you get a scholarship?" And I laughed.
I know one big advantage for me was shortly after winning Mr. ONU, it's definitely a confidence builder, and I was actually able to talk to a girl. And so within the following months during my reign, I actually went on my first date and got my first girlfriend, and so Mr. ONU, it can change your life. So call right now at the number below the screen, and we'll send that DVD straight to you. And if I can get a girlfriend, so can you. For the low price of $19.95. Call this number right now.
Offer not valid in Nevada or Rhode Island.
In other words, how have we benefited from all that?
Mr. ONU is a figurehead. He's a leader among kings, a servant among slaves. He's not the run of the litter, and he's not run of the mill. Mr. ONU is like the superhero of the Justice League.
Or just any random member of the Justice League, because they're all superheroes, so. That too.
I know I unified Olivet's campus a little bit more.
You just won last week.
It was like 6 days, Dory.
I know.
I actually made 3 guest appearances in Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, in that following year.
Wow.
No joke,
Just
I
3?
really did. I
Set
made 3.
You set a high bar.
Yeah,
That's what
3.
we live up to, wow.
I was a guest on a local high school television show, and when they did my makeup, the woman stabbed me in the eye with a pencil. And I was a guest in the emergency room, and they love me. They love me there, so I'm certain I'll be asked back shortly. Do not ever bait your own hook. You could get your thumb.
Don't do it.
Mhm. And always...
Be careful of garbage disposals.
Oh dear, good one.
Don't MC fashion shows where they want you to be funny, because people don't really like laughing at fashion shows when you make fun of the dresses. So just stay clear and just don't compare someone to a sailboat in the clothes that they're wearing, because I thought it was hysterical, but it just bombed.
Kyle, can we keep it about Mike here?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Anyway, Michael, you will get a job someday, and you will look back on this moment.
Mhm.
And because you won Mr. ONU, you can wear a suit like I'm wearing
Wow.
today.
Until then, when you're kind of the in-between part, you get polos. You'll upgrade from the t-shirt to the polo, and eventually, we hope to get the suit too, but...
Yeah, I mean, all in time.
Michael, I hope you dance. I hope.
Michael, don't stop believing.
Michael, there's one thing that you remember from what we've told you. Life's short. Dance it.
All right, Michael.
Well, thanks, guys.
I'm gonna miss that little guy.
Oh, yeah.
He won't make it a month.
A little advice to Mr. ONU next year. Don't take advice from former Mr. ONUs. If they offer, walk away. If don't ask either.